Hi, I'm Manny Botticelli, and this is the Storyteller Forecast for Scorpio for December 2016. Go to my website, anniehelpsyou.com, see what's new on my blog, and if you would love to be a coach as your profession and have a bustling online business, then you will love my coach certification course and online business course. So what is going on in the month of December for Scorpio and in general? The sweetness of November carries over all month of December. And we will go into the differences between the months and the energies that are present. But for now, we will say there is a lot of sweetness in this month that it's very exciting. I'm calling the theme of this month for Scorpio's awesome autonomy because there is a massive amount of energy and opportunities in the second house. The second house is the house of finances, your earned income, your things you value, which may or may not be expensive material things, living from the land, connection with the earth, are all second house matters. And one of the superseding energies of the second house is the energy of autonomy. Your self-sufficiency, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. So we all give our power over to other places in ways that we're still realizing, just becoming aware of. And this month is very much about activating your autonomy in wonderful new ways. So one of the things that comes up when we go to exert some more autonomy is fear. And so if you ask the question regarding what's standing between you and where you want to go, what are you afraid of? And is it really that bad? And is not moving forward working for you? And you might decide from this analysis between now and especially through May of 2017, when we have this long introspective retrograde energy run, that no, letting your fears limit you is not working for you. There's a really cool resource that I'd love to recommend, Bach Flower Remedies, B-A-C-H Flower Remedies. I love these things. I have pretty much all of them at any given time at my house. You can use them on kids, you can use them on pets. They're just magical. They're flower essences that carry energies that help to support and shifting through certain experiences. So there's one called Mimulus, M-I-M-U-L-U-S. You can get these at the health food store, you can get these on Amazon. And this helps you to clear out the fears behind your creation blocks. So if you want to create something and you've got fear just hanging over you, and instead of being able to move forward, this Mimulus can assist you with that. Another really great one for Scorpios at this time is Larch, L-A-R-C-H. And this helps to instill self-confidence that you can make these decisions to create this autonomy for yourself, this awesome autonomy. In general, the month of December for Scorpios holds a lot of potential just in the signs that the personal planets are moving through. There's a lot of energy still in Sagittarius, and although we might think of fire and water energy as not really moving together very well, I've come to see on a first-hand basis, because my husband is a Scorpio and I'm a Sag, so for many years now I've gotten to see just how productive and wonderful the combination of these energies that we would think, on a first glance aren't quite a match together, what they can do. So Sag energy, this fire, brings Scorpio energy to a boil. And of course that's for better or worse, right? But this month, if you need motivation, if you need drive, if you need some direction, the Sag planets can help you. And then as the planets move into Capricorn, that earth energy holds the flow of your emotional Scorpio energy. So it's just a power lineup to help you move towards this autonomy. It is important to note, and I will go into more detail about this, that after December 3rd, it's not really the time to launch forward with big decisions and new directions. If you're watching this early, like in November or October, even when I post them, that's why I post everything early, you have the end of October, all of November, and up until December 3rd for launching, pushing forward, making decisions, taking action. And then December 3rd, after December 3rd, becomes a time through the end of May of 2017 to try things on, to roll backwards and inward, and it's more of an introspective energy. I'll get more into that, but just to kind of give you the bigger perspective here for a second. There are also going to be powerful energies in the third house, which is going to make many Scorpios very busy, driving around, active, social, possibly travel opportunities. Usually with Gemini, this is domestic or short distance travel, unless you have something else lit up in your chart for the longer distance or international. But it's a very busy, fun kind of whirlwind of an energy. So if you are doing holiday shopping, if you can do it by December 3rd, that would be great, because then the Mercury shadow retrograde energies start to creep in, and that makes it harder to find the perfect gift, more likely to have it broken, not in stock, not delivered, the person not like it, all of those kind of things. So in your busyness, try to do your shopping and your planning and all of that stuff by December 3rd if you can. So those are things specific to Scorpio. I want to go more into details about December. So I'm calling the month of December, the general theme of the month of December that will hold true for all signs, gifts from the past. That sweetness that covered November moves into December. We've got so many sweet aspects in the month of December. It's very exciting. So the difference between November and December, since there's a lot of sweetness in both, is that November up until around December 3rd is completely clear for new launches, bringing things out into the world, making big decisions, taking decisive action, anything new, establishing birth dates for important things like establishing LLCs, getting domain names, anything that you would want to do that has an imprint of something new and moving forward. November has all of that sweetness that is geared towards these launches. However, December, starting after December 3rd, the Mercury retrograde shadow energy starts to seep in, and it begins this very long-term theme through the end of May of 2017 of moving backwards, trying things on, looking back to the past, studying, researching, planning, getting things ready in the backdrop, studying for and to push forward at the end of May, June, July of 2017. So I call this month Gifts from the Past because there's a good chance that a lot of things to help you move forward are going to come from the past, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The first thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the transits that are occurring that are so sweet in the month of December involve 60-degree angles. And 60-degree angles are ones that want you to take some action in order to get the rewards. Some aspects like trines, you don't necessarily have to do anything and it kind of just can bring things. And while the 60-degree angle can also just bring something, in order to fully activate the potential, you have to do something with it. So there is action requested throughout the month, but we have to remember two important points. The first is that since this retrograde energy is starting to come in, it's important to not work too hard or push too hard for certain outcomes. It's okay for you to be busy in the backdrop. It's okay for you to be looking forward to a goal out into the future, but trying to get too much done or out in the month of December, there will be roadblocks and you'll have energy that's kind of pushing you back, kind of like the tide. If you're trying to get a boat out and the tide is coming in, you'll start to feel the energy of the tide coming in December, and it will stay in for quite a while. So the second thing to remember is to understand the short-term nature of the transit. And that is true from December all the way through the end of May of 2017. So it doesn't mean you can't do anything for this 6 months. We saw very similar energy last year moving into January through the summer of 2016 because we had Mars retrograde. When we have a succession of personal planets in retrograde, the energy is just sort of not wanting your final product to be pushed out at that time, but you can make plenty of headway. It's just kind of going back and in. So as I mentioned before, like studying, researching, planning, organizing, experimenting, trying things on, moving along a continuum that you've already started. So let's say you launched a blog in November. Blogging throughout December through all these retrograde planets through May is totally fine. You just want your launch of your blog to occur in the good launch time. If you can't launch because you've missed the opportunity to do that, it doesn't mean you can't be working on activating your goal. Now, we'll use the blogging as an example there. Let's say you have this idea for this blog, but you didn't launch it in good stars, but you're excited to get going on it. The best way to handle that is to write your articles, but don't publish them. Get really clear on the direction of your blog and just do all of this work in the backdrop. And then when the stars are good again, next summer or winter for our friends down under, then you can take all the stuff you've done and just post it and push it out. So that's a really good example of what we're trying to do here. A time to try things on. So besides a little bit of challenge in the middle of the month and kind of an overtone of a challenging transit, the rest of the month is super sweet. So for those in the United States or whoever else has holidays at the end of the month, there are beautiful holiday transits all through the end of December. And then at the same time, there's this concurrent theme of Jupiter in Libra opposing Uranus in Aries. So what we need to know about that is that this energy doesn't come together very often. It happens once every 14 years or so. So the theme is necessary change to bring about expansion. Lately, I've been seeing the woodpecker. I always look for the messages that the plants and the animals and whatever else has for me. And this theme of the woodpecker is coming up really strong as I was planning to do these horoscopes. I saw woodpeckers or heard woodpeckers several times in my organizing process for the horoscope. So I feel like it's relevant here. The woodpecker in the Animal Tarot deck that Ted Andrews put together, which I love all of his work, talks about doing things in new and unique ways that are specific to your way of moving in the world. When the woodpecker shows up or this transit shows up, that will be a theme in December. It's a challenging theme, but it's happening at the same time as all these other sweet aspects. It's demanding that you figure out how you can do what has to be done in your own unique way. So you might have to break with tradition by using wisdom from the past or intuitive understandings. Some other things that are helpful for this transit are utilizing group connections. The energy really wants this connecting with other people. So Uranus rules the internet and it also rules social interactions. So there are many people that have this gap between where they are and where they want to be. And what will fill that gap in is connecting with other people and being part of a group of like-minded people where they can get support, etc. So that's one other way. Something else that is a major theme for this transit is befriending the internet. And if you've already befriended the internet, getting to know more about it and how it can serve your purposes. And that's part of what this clash is about, Many people really need the internet to do what they really want to do, but they're afraid, as you should be cautious, and it's important to be educated. But at the same time, you have to push through that resistance, and this theme of this transit is very much about pushing through resistance. So I'm going to give you the great dates in this month of December, and please note that every date that I give you, you can always have the potential to feel the energy of that transit before or after the actual transit, okay? And also, if you would like to see why these transits are good and get more information about the month ahead for your planning purposes, definitely sign up for my free email newsletter on my website, anniehelpsyou.com. You get free gifts and you get my newsletter that comes a month early before the upcoming month, so that you get more details than I give in the horoscopes about the certain dates and why they're good or why they're challenging. So the good dates for December are the 1st and 3rd. Those are your last good days for launches. 6th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, 27th, 28th, and 30th. The challenging dates, and some of them are the same, there are other challenging aspects happening on some of these good dates, so the challenging dates, 10, 13, 19, 26th, and 28th. Okay, so definitely go to my website, see what's new on my blog, anniehelpsyou.com. If you would love to be a coach and help other people with anything in their lives, spiritual coaching, intuitive coaching, life coaching, abundance coaching, wellness coaching, relationship coaching, diet, wellness coaching, you will love my new coach certification course. And there might still be room if you check on the website. This also includes my online business course to help you to do your coaching online. So check it out on my website, anniehelpsyou.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I will see you next year. Bye.